watching Thrifty Kaniffy.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, my apologies for being so long without doing a video, but I've just not been feeling great. But I wanted to be sure to give you guys a review of this particular knife. This is the RoseCraft Sowbelly from RoseCraft Blades. This is the Stinking Creek Sowbelly, actually. I began to do a review earlier on my first take. I was just going to open these up like live on camera. And I did actually start that video. But then when I looked down, I saw that I was already at like 14.5 minutes and I'd barely covered any of the knife. I was just going on and on about how much I really enjoyed it. So maybe I shouldn't have deleted that, but I did. But this is a really great knife. It's personal to me and Slippy. Kind of the story goes that about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, maybe a little longer, we were kind of hassling Andy Armstrong to make a Sowbelly. Wasn't one that he had considered, and it is one of our favorite patterns. And we said, like, you must make, a Sowbelly. So he took that to heart and then made his own design, and this is sort of the result of that. So we're really grateful that Andy would think enough of us to maybe take our suggestion, and I think this thing turned out fantastic. Now, I've been a huge fan of the Sowbelly, particularly the single-bladed Sowbelly, but I like the Stockman too. But there's something special about having a single blade. Then you never have to worry about the other blades interfering with your comfort on such a comfortable handle. So that's why I think the single blade is so fantastic, because you have such a fantastically ergonomic handle there, and you really get to take advantage of that with just the single blade. Now, this is the black sandalwood version. We're going to take a look at, hit the phone there. Sorry, RCT023. This is BSW, which is black sandalwood. So, yeah, this one's $62. You can get this over at RoseCraft Blades. Make sure you use the code SLIPPY10 to save 10%. We've got a close length of 3 7/8. That makes it a little larger than your case single-bladed Sowbelly, which is right at 3 3/4. A little narrower design, at least with these Karenite handles. You can see the liners actually make up the difference. You've got those integral bolsters with the steel liners, and so those are rather thick compared to these brass liners. See if you can see that a little better. I'd say the handle material is about the same, maybe a little broader at the middle portion of the handle on the sandalwood, but overall not too much different. But beautiful wood on these. A little more grain on the show side, or the show side. You can see the grain a little better on this side. The other side's a little more plain. But yeah, there it is. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic looking handle there. Nice dark wood, nice rich color of brown. Really, really nice. Now this is more plain. You're not going to see a whole lot of grain here. But you do have a little lighter area there at the bottom. That's all right. Nice dark wood, and it always looks better in natural lighting too. So you get it out in the natural light, you're gonna really see some nuance to the handles that you don't see under artificial lighting. But nice, cool stainless club design here. Now, we asked Andy when he was doing this if they were gonna release not only the spade and club, but then a diamond and heart. He's like, don't think he wants to release a heart. He's maybe just not too keen on the heart. So maybe we'll see a diamond, but if we ever see a heart, it might just be due to peer pressure. I don't know that he wants to do that. But yeah, really lovely handles. Nice slim design. Now, Slippy did a review on this recently. Said that he would prefer the more slender design. And also, Big Red EDC said the same thing. There's a look at the blade centering there, and that looks pretty darn good. Pretty darn much down the middle there. Nice fit and finish on this. No pins, proud. The shield is very well done. barely can even feel that. The only thing you feel is like the thread when you rub your finger across that. Nice deep groove there, which I really enjoy. Something that you really get with some good machining. Those are really well machined. You do have a little bit of a sharpness to the elbow there. That could be rolled over a bit if they wanted to do that. Let's take a look at the blade. Got a half stop there. I'd say about a 7 pull, really. I'm saying 7. Others might say a little lighter than that. But you got your RoseCraft tang stamp there. And I've already taken off the Chinese sticker. It did reside right here. You can still see the goo on it. I'm not trying to fool anybody. It's just, oh, as I said, the review started out earlier and I had to delete. So I took it off on my first go there. But yeah, these handles are slick. Might have to put a little bit of cleaner on them to make them a little more tacky. But you got your blade mark there, D2 steel, Annie Armstrong's Maker's Mark RCT023, and the BSW's for black sandalwood. But beautiful design. We got this wonderful elongated clip point blade. Annie's calling it a modified clip. I've seen others like it, so you don't know how modified really it is, other than just having a clip that starts right at the top of the spine here and continues all the way to the end. Nice swedge there. Nice long swedge. Very narrow though. So it doesn't take up a lot of room on the blade. And you can see it does not interfere with that nail nick. Very smart design there. And it just sort of disappears there at the end. It almost gives the blade like an upward sweep at the end, but I think it's more of a optical illusion, just the way the swedge disappears. But D2 steel, very sharp blade. I've done a sort of a cut test with it. Everything seems to be fantastic with that. And no problem at all cutting. Now that I get the wrong angle for it. There we go. My dunce self. But yeah, cuts very well. Nice sharp blade. You can hear that just, yeah, super sharp. I don't want to mess around with this one. Very nice point to it too. So it just makes a very good utilitarian style blade. That clip point. And you've got to measure right at 2 3/4 inches, I'd say, full length. Cutting edge right about 2.5. So just a little bit of alcohol will get that little goo off of there. But yeah, nice satin finish on the blade. We got a flat grind. Let's take a closer look at that blade edge. There we go. Maybe I should show from this direction. That might be more intelligent. And then if we look at this side, we can see it is pretty darn even. Maybe just a little light at the choil area. I guess it sort of just depends on the angle where I'm highlighting it, but there you go. Pretty even, I'd say. But yeah, you do get a nice sharpening choil on there. So really unique clip point blade. If we want to compare that to, say, the case, it's more of a traditional style clip. You can see the difference in the body of it as well. Quite a bit more body to the blade, and not at all similar in their appearance, really. Much more of a traditional clip that begins here, whereas that one starts way up here. But always like the case one. Just wish they'd make more of them. I don't know why they've been so resistant on making the single bladed Sowbelly. Just have not made a lot, especially not ones that I want. You got an Army and a Navy one, and I'm just not into that. I don't want, some advertising basically on the knife. That's why I just have the Kieranite one. So hoping to add more of those to my collection. But now that I've got this to choose from, I got to say, wouldn't hurt my feelings if Annie continued to release more handle materials in this particular knife as well. Maybe a brighter bone. He hasn't done a bone one yet, so we'll see. Just see what he decides. But absolutely perfect on the back, no gaps. Great looking knife. All right, let's move on. I'm already at the 10-minute mark here. Keep babbling on. I just can't say enough about these knives. Let's take a look. Now, I have not opened this one yet. I had opened the other one before I stopped. So this is going to be the first time I see this. Oh my. Look at the Stag here. Wow. That's just always cool to see. You always have, you know, these differentiations in the width of the Stag. The top is pretty symmetrical, actually. This is a little thicker on this side, but the bottom you can see just like this massive cut in it. It swells in, and that's just cool. I just really like the uniqueness of that. Done a great job of tapering that off to meet the width of the bolster. And yeah, that feels really nice. Again, all you really feel is the line and the bolster there. Stainless steel bolsters again, nickel silver pins. No shield on this one. Of course, you'd have a little more difficult time putting a shield on something with such a rough texture. And that's fine. We don't need a shield on every knife. Let's feel the pull on this one. I'd say maybe even just a little bit stiffer than the Sandalwood. We'll call that a 7.2. It's not enough of a difference to, I'd say, increase the number on it. Blade centering on that one is very, very good. Right down the middle. No gaps. The back of that tang is a little sharp. Could be rounded over. Let's fill the insides here. I forgot to do that on the other one. That feels really nice. Maybe just a tiny bit of edginess right in this little spot here, but everywhere else is very nice. And on this one, I actually tested that on the first part of the video, and that is really nicely done. There's nothing there. That's something that looks like they paid attention to this go around. So they may have gone the extra step and put that on there. Now, I don't know if I mentioned the price. This is $62. This one's $80. So, you know, there's quite a bit of a step up there in price for the Stag. But you can just see how beautiful that is. Really nicely done. Now, this is genuine Stag. This is not imitation Stag. Really, really beautiful handles. Yeah, those are phenomenal. They look great. Now let's take a look at this clip point blade. There's your China sticker. And this one's model number RCT023 STG for Stag. And there's your RoseCraft tang stamp. There's our blade edge. Beautifully done. Beautifully done on this side as well. Maybe just a little bit light at the tip, and it gets a little heavier in the middle, but it's nothing major. You can just see how sharp that sucker is. Let's test this on a little bit of paper here and get a fresh piece. Yeah, nice clean cut on that. Again, same measure as before, 2 3/4, and then 2 1/2 cutting edge. Flat grind. Let's look at that satin finish. So just another fantastic release from RoseCraft blades. Gotta say, of course, you know, having been one of the patterns that we wanted to see and then finally coming to fruition, of course I was going to like it. You know, unless he just completely stumbled over his feet and did something crazy. But this is fantastic. Andy has knocked it out of the park. Gotta say, it's going to have to be a strong candidate for my knife of the year for 2024. But man, there's some tough competition. But I literally love the shape of this thing. And the blade's fantastic too. It's not just like every other clip point blade you see out there. Fantastic comfort on the handle. I will say I probably agree that this one probably is just a touch more comfortable in the hand. Not that this one's not. You do get a really firm grip on that. It's fantastic too. What am I saying? They're both great. You know, if I could have a more arthritic day where I can't close my fingers, so you can see how my fingers are here. This one does not want to close all the way because I got arthritis right here, and it prevents me from closing it. This one's really bad, right hand. So, you know, we appreciate that. We have a little thicker handle on there. Makes it easier to grip hold of with that pointer finger for me. But in any case, I can appreciate both of them. Awesome, awesome knives. So thank you to Annie Armstrong for, you know, taking time out to listen to his fans and coming through for us. This is a fantastic, fantastic knife. Make sure you check out an upcoming live that we're going to do with Andy. We'll be talking more about these, Matt and I, and just kind of going into more detail about this knife and others. So make sure you're coming to the Slippy and Thrifty show on Sundays at noon Central Time. And that's going to do it for my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We'll see you next time. Take care.